plaintiff, Deidre Hereford, started dating the defendant after they met online, and he claimed to be a single dad who provided a good living for his daughter. Deidre claims it wasn't long before the defendant started asking her for loans, and then she realized he was cheating and also borrowing money from his mistress. She's suing for the loans. Defendant Lonnie Colson says he and Deidre had sex the first night they met, so he wasn't sure if she was going to be his girlfriend or a one-night stand. Lonnie insists Deidre had severe mood swings and even texted his mother about their sex life, and he's countersuing for harassment.
Start with you.
Your Honor, I met the defendant through an online dating service. I was wowed by his profile. He stated that he was a single parent, divorced, and provided a good living for him and his daughter. Because of my situation, I am raising a second generation of children. I adopted 4 children, 3 of which are my grandchildren. And at my age, it's hard to find someone that will date me because I'm raising small children. So I tried the online service. We met in October of 2010. We hit it off, and he started by asking me for small things, buy him cigarettes, help pay his daughter's tuition.
How much was that?
It was like $200 here, $150 there.
Now, didn't you say he worked? He had a great profile regarding working and his job?
Yes, Your Honor, that's what his profile said.
Did you ask him about it?
I did. He said that he was in a slump, that he wasn't getting the hours that he was getting. He works through an online service at home.
Okay.
And
when did he start borrowing the tuition?
We started about a month later.
A month later, he was asking you to pay his daughter's tuition.
Yes, but Your Honor, he would pay that money back when he got paid.
Okay.
He started with the small amounts, and then he worked his way up to larger amounts.
Maybe that's a turn on, guys asking for money.
I doubt that.
One night we were lying in bed. He got a text message from a female. He said, "I don't know who you are." She said, "You knew me when I gave you that money." So I memorized the number and I texted her myself. I later found out that this was a female that he met online during a brief breakup, and they had a threesome, and he borrowed money from her also and never paid it back.
Online pimp.
Exactly.
Internet pimp.
Exactly.
Sir, let me hear from you.
A couple of things, Your Honor. Good day, Judge Mathis. A couple of things that she forgot to leave out there is that when we did meet online, we slept together the first day we met. So I did not know if this was a relationship or just kind of a one-night stand
Or just
thing.
pimping, because you started asking for money, you know.
Yeah, it didn't.
So it was
you know,
that type of relationship. It was a money relationship. Go ahead, I'll let you finish. I'm sorry.
Yeah, one of the things is that, again, I didn't ask her a lot of the things by text message as well. A lot of the things that she offered to help me with at the time. Prior to that, I had a really good job.
How did she know you needed them?
Well, we would talk about stuff because we talked about moving in together 3 months.
And you all would both talk about your financial needs?
Correct.
What were her financial needs?
Things with the kids.
Like what? Because she's
like
very
daycare.
specific about yours.
Yeah.
Tuition.
Yeah, daycare. She also needed to get a new car. You know, she had a minivan there.
Did you ask her, did you specifically ask to borrow something from her?
It wasn't until later into the relationship that I specifically asked her for something.
And you knew that she needed money herself.
Correct.
Who does that?
Yeah, it did. Yeah, it didn't. You know, again, it didn't start out like that.
I didn't ask you when it started out. I asked you when it happened.
Yeah, it wasn't until about 6-7 months into the relationship, after we've already talked about moving in together. Again, I did have a job. I do have a job still currently, and
but you needed her money. What was that about?
Yeah, I was going through. I had lost my job.
You just told me you had a job. Let's go to when you were working in
Okay.
October of 10 when you met. How long after meeting her did you accept or ask her for money?
It was about 2 months.
All right, and you knew during that time that she needed money for daycare for her children.
Correct. At the time, sir, Your Honor, we were moving in together.
All right, beautiful thing.
Okay.
You knew when you accepted her money
Correct.
that she needed money
Correct,
herself.
correct.
What did you do with her daycare money?
I paid her back.
No.
I paid some
What
of my
did you use? Oh, you paid your bill.
Yeah, and
Just
then-
curious, what bills? Daycare bills for your children?
Actually, my daughter was in private school.
All right. Well,
prior to that.
you paid your private school's
Correct.
tuition?
Correct.
So you took her children's daycare money and paid your child's private school money. Got it. All right. And what else you want me to know?
All right. So anyway, we we hit it off well. We talked about moving in a few months later. It's when I started noticing that she would have these real crazy mood swings and mood changes. She would get mad over the smallest things. She actually texted my mom, telling my mom about our sex life.
Okay. Can we? I guess that's
Okay.
your harassment. But
Correct.
before we get to that, when did you all break up?
At what time? We broke up about 8 times in
The
a year.
most recent time.
Yeah, the most recent breakup, we eventually broke up for good in June of 2012.
Later found out that this was a female that he met online, and they had a threesome, and he borrowed money from her also and never paid it back.
Online pimp.
Exactly.
Internet pimp.
Plaintiff Deidre Hereford started dating the defendant after they met online, but she soon realized he was cheating on her and that he was using both her and his mistress for money.
All right, ma'am. Get into the specifics of the loans that you're suing him for today.
Okay. In December of 2011, his phone pocket called me, and I overheard a 45-minute conversation about how my money was going to be a come up for him, and how I don't benefit him, he benefits me, how he wasn't ready to raise any children all over again.
Who do you think he was talking to?
He was talking to his sister.
Gotcha. Sir, did this happen?
Yeah, it did happen. It happened because she told me on Christmas, we just spent Christmas together.
Sir, if you said what she said and you agreed that you said it, you were conning her all along. I'm looking for a come up. That means
No, sir,
I'm trying to
that
take
was not
advantage
said.
of someone so that I can have something for myself.
Sir, that was
How
not
about
said.
the other text? Well, you said you did. I said, sir, did that happen? And you said
the pocket,
yes.
The pocket died. I did call her, but that's not specifically what I said.
Well, I asked you and you said
okay.
yes. I don't
No.
know what else to do.
No, that's
when
not-
you
that's
tell
not
me
what I
yes,
said.
I go with what you tell me.
No, that's
what
not what I
about
said
the
at all.
text from the other lady? Did that happen?
That happened, but not like that again. We met, me and her split up.
Sir, how did it happen?
We
The
split
text
up.
message.
The text message, we split up for about 2 months. It was actually about 6 weeks.
Got that. I want to know about the text.
So I met someone, we was talking, we went out. She text messaged me saying that, do you know
Did you
who
borrow
this
money
is?
from her?
No, I did not.
Did she say anything about you owing money when she texted you that night in question?
Yes, she did.
All right. Why do you think she did that if you never borrowed money from her?
Because we went out together and she paid for us going out.
Okay, and she wanted the money back?
Correct.
Had you agreed to pay her?
No,
So
not
in the
at
middle
all.
of the night, she just had the delusion that you owed her some money. Gotcha. And the phone call, how did that happen? It didn't happen like she says. Tell me how it happened.
Okay, so she got mad because I didn't want to see the Atlanta
No.
Housewives.
We're talking what you said on
Okay.
the phone.
After I made arrangements for us to move in again.
Sir, no. We're talking about what was said on the phone.
She just got through calling me and cussing me out prior to that. So I was upset, and I was talking to my sister, telling my sister that, you know what, I'm glad it's over anyway, because I don't know if I did want to be with someone raising little kids. She said some very
Did you mention
disrespectful.
money at all?
No.
Good enough. That's all I want to know
Okay.
about is the money. All right. You're a tough guy to get some answers out of. That
trying to
usually
give-
means you're lying.
No, I'm trying to give it to you as best as I can.
I know, yeah, I know, All right. How do we get to the $41.50 you're suing him for?
Okay, prior to the conversation that I overheard, we had already agreed to him owing me $3,500, which I have a promissory note
Okay.
for.
How do we get to $41.50? That's some new style pimping, writing notes. Go ahead.
I then loaned him another $1,500 to get a vehicle because he was using my vehicle. I own 2 cars. His car was confiscated by IRS, so he says, and he didn't have a vehicle to help his mom, who was raising her
So
grandchildren.
he owed you $5,000.
Correct, sir.
How much of that has he paid back? Obviously $850.
He's paid $850.
All right. And sir, do you owe this?
I paid back $1,000.
So the only issue is $150.
No, sir. I
Let's
again,
go over it again.
Okay. Okay.
If you borrowed $5,000 and you say you paid back $1,000, she says you paid back $850. The difference between I know I don't add well, but I think I'm right on this. The difference between $1,000 and $850 is $150.
Correct.
See what I had to deal with?
So, you don't believe you owe her the extra $150. That's your defense?
No, I don't believe I owed her the remaining promissory note amount because of the harassment.
His phone pocket called me, and I overheard a 45-minute conversation about how my money was going to be a come up for him, and how I don't benefit him, he benefits me.
Sir, if you said what she said, and you agree that you said it, you were conning her all along.
Plaintiff Deidre Hereford started dating the defendant after they met online, but she soon realized he was cheating on her and that he was using both her and his mistress for money.
Tell me about the harassment.
Okay. She's saying how she's
When
going
did she first begin harassing you?
Well, we got back together and we broke up again in June.
When did she first begin harassing you?
July of 2012.
You were to have paid her when?
I started paying her January.
When were you to have paid it all off?
Well, the agreement was $200 a month. Mm-hmm. We didn't have an end date. I was just paying her $200 a month.
When you owe $5,000.
25 months.
So, bottom line, you were late at that point?
I was late.
And what did she do? What was her first act of harassment?
She would call me on my work phone and just, start cussing me out. You
have evidence of that?
I have evidence. Yes, I have. She texts my mom again.
Sir, do you have evidence of her calling and harassing you at work?
I don't have
I'm going to have to
evidence of the
dismiss your
calls.
claim. You're totally unresponsive to all of my questions. Therefore, you have no credibility. Your claim is dismissed. Yours is granted. Have a good day.
I'm glad it's over with. Now all the women see that he's a user, he's a liar. It is what it is.
You know what? I'm glad it's over with too. I was paying you back. You texting my mom and my daughter's mom. You know what? I just hope to never see you again, and good luck to you.
Good luck to you too.